So Prince Harry was nominated for the award, and it immediately sparked a huge backlash. Mary Tillman, Pat Tillman's mother, came out and said, "I am shocked as to why they would select such a controversial and divisive individual to receive the award. There are recipients that are far more fitting." There was also a petition launched that had 70,000 signatures
Yeah.
calling for the Prince Harry to turn down the award, or for ESPN to nominate someone else.
Yeah, and it's a really tricky situation because on the one hand, Prince Harry did serve 2 tours of Afghanistan, and he did, having left the army with the help of the Royal Foundation, which at the time was also Prince William and Princess Catherine, set up the Invictus Games, which is now its own separate organisation, obviously, supporting wounded and sick veterans with their recovery through sport, similar to the Paralympic Games. And it's been incredibly successful. It's been running for 10 years now. And arguably, it wouldn't be as successful if Prince Harry's name wasn't front and centre of that award. And the ESPY Awards is about kind of contributing to the lives of others as well. So in a sense, he has changed the lives of others by fronting the Invictus Games, where all these military veterans who now have a purpose again because through sport. But on the other, and as Pat Tillman's mother was saying, questioning how divisive Prince Harry has become and how controversial he's become, and almost how polarising it is with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, because Meghan obviously accompanied him to accept the award, wearing a very glitzy dress in the limelight once again. But there are polarisations of Prince Harry and Meghan. It seems to be a bit like Marmite. You either love them or hate them at the moment. There's no kind of indifference or in between. And the US ratings, similar to the UK ratings following the Oprah interview, have kind of gone downhill for Harry and Meghan. They are not as popular as perhaps they were back in 2020, 2021. So it's a really tricky situation. The other thing to point out is it was Serena Williams who was hosting the awards, a friend of Meghan Markle. And you have to question who was involved in deciding to award Prince Harry this award. But hey, he got given it within the rules, and fair play to him. But obviously, as you pointed out, there's a lot of very angry people, 76,000 people online who want him to give it back.
Yeah, and ESPN argued that it was his work with the Invictus Games that made him a worthy candidate of this. Jake Wood, a previous winner of the awards, said regarding Prince Harry's nomination, "He's a royal prince. There are 100 different things he could have done with his life after service in the British Armed Forces, but he's chosen to dedicate a big portion of his post-military life to helping veterans." So I think that is part of the thinking. And there are some people, obviously, in the military community that feel that his work with the Invictus Games do justify an award like the Pat Tillman Service Award.
Yeah, but I think what we've seen over the last year in particular, or 2 years maybe, is these kind of awards continually being given to either Harry or Meghan. So Meghan, for example, won a kind of women's rights award last May, because then they had that, and I quote, near catastrophic car chase, according to their spokesperson, following those awards in New York City. Again, some people questioned the worthiness of Meghan receiving that award, but clearly some people thought she deserved it for championing women's rights. And then, of course, you've got Prince Harry being given this one. Prince Harry, of course, was also back in the United Kingdom for the Invictus Games 10-year anniversary at St. Paul's Cathedral. Massive high-profile event. And what I think we've seen is more of this kind of stuff recently, as opposed to Netflix series slagging off the royal family or their privileged yet unhappy lives, as they would see it.
Yep.
And of course, Harry's memoir, Spare. So he seems to be going away from that and focusing more on this kind of stuff. But at some point, the awards are going to run out and they're going to need to do more positive action. So we'll have to watch this space.
Yeah, and sources close to Harry said that he was left stunned by the reaction to the backlash to him being nominated for this award. But what I did think was interesting was he chose to address Mary Tillman in his acceptance speech, and said, he had respect for her and her family and everything that she's done in campaigning for veterans. And he also said that he was accepting this award not as Prince Harry, but as a representative of the Invictus Games Foundation. So I think that's where his head's at, that the Invictus Games are bigger than him. in terms of their impact on the military community.